Hey, mahal everyone! Welcome back again to the Broadway Saiyan YouTube channel. I am your host 40 and we are back with another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the next new character event that will be going live soon for the global version of the game, which features Final Fantasy IX's Garnet. This event is going to be called Princess of Alexandria, where we will have the opportunity to unlock Garnet after clearing the conversation event following event stage 1. We're going to be given 2 copies of her exclusive 5-star 35 CP gear called Madain Sari's Bracelet upon clearing stages 3 and 5, and Garnet herself is a magic DPS unit that specializes in dealing either water or thunder elemental attacks. Taking a deep dive into the kind of character that she is, so again, she is a water and thunder magic DPS. Her crystal affinity is green, her speed tier is moderately fast. Taking a look at her stats, what stands out to me is that her initial brave, her attack, and her defense are pretty high. Her max brave is decent, however her HP is low. Now taking a look at the 2 abilities that she possesses, the first one is Aqua Marine's Radiant Water. It is a one-hit water brave plus HP attack. It also grants her the unique buff called Water Dragon for 2 turns and also removes the Thunder Emperor unique buff. This Water Dragon buff raises her water damage by 20% and it changes her brave attack into Tidal Wave. Her ability 2 is called Peridot's Radiant Thunder, which is a one-hit Thunder Magic Brave plus HP attack that grants her the Thunder Emperor unique buff for 2 turns and removes the Water Dragon unique buff. Thunder Emperor raises thunder damage by 20% and turns her brave attack into Judgment Bolt. So Tidal Wave is a one-hit AoE Water Magic Brave attack, and then Judgment Bolt is a one-hit AoE Thunder Magic Brave attack. So it's kind of cool that she changes her brave attacks into essentially Leviathan's or Ramuh's signature moves. The kind of character that I'm kind of like seeing how she is she's like a combination of Papalymo and Vincent, because depending on the ability that she uses, it'll change her elemental specialty from one to the other. And then also she has that increased damage with that element. So it's kind of like, again, kind of like Papalymo and Vincent. So that's the kind of character that she is. Without any weapon passives, my thoughts on her character is that so far she's actually pretty good. I feel like she's going to be a very, very strong unit magically DPS-wise. And I like how she does deal, she has an option to deal an HP attack with her abilities. And then she has the AoE abilities, which hits all enemies. So very, very good character overall. Now, taking a look at her crystal passives, we're just going to go over it quickly here. The ones that I feel like you should prioritize are the last 4, which is the power-ups for her abilities. Buff attack up, because she's going to be having that unique buff, which is Water Dragon or Thunder Emperor, so that passive will go off. And then definitely a Princess's Resolve is very good, because she gets a stat increase to those stats as long as her HP is at max when the final battle starts. Now, bonus up all and brave speed up, not really needed. You could be saving the CP for those for her artifact passives. And then Aquamarine's Radiant Water Light and Peridot's Radiant Thunder Light, while it is good that you could reduce the action delay, she doesn't honestly really need it because she's already kind of fast as it is, so you don't really need to worry about lowering her action delay. And then Blessings of Alexandria, the CP cost for what it does is just a little bit too high at 15 for raising her speed for 1 turn, so you don't really want to prioritize that passive, but definitely the last 4 are the ones that you want to prioritize as far as her natural crystal passives. So her artifact passives that she's going to be getting, the ones that you definitely want to focus on is the one for a Princess's Resolve, especially the 2-star version, because it increases the effects by 5%. And then depending on which elemental ability you want to be a little bit more powerful, you can either do the water one or the thunder one, up to you, but definitely those are the passives for artifacts that you want to focus for Garnet. Now, the banner that we're going to be getting, just like with any other character event so far, is going to be featuring 2 35 CP weapons. The first one being the 35 CP Healing Rod for Garnet. So Peridot's Radiant Thunder is going to be getting a damage output increase. She's also going to be inflicting a Thunder Imperil, which is going to be really good and really powerful for 4 turns. It's going to grant her a small max Brave up for 4 turns, and this time the unique Thunder Emperor buff is going to be extended to 4 turns rather than just 2. Her 15 CP is also really good, the Stardust Rod, so the Aquamarine's Radiant Water is going to have a damage output increase. She's also going to be inflicting a Water Imperil for 4 turns, and this time she's going to be granting Brave Regen to everybody for 4 turns and extending that Water Dragon unique buff to 4 turns. So Stardust Rod effectively makes her like a support character too, and then just adding the imperils for those passives is just icing on the cake, so it makes her a whole lot better, and she's already good enough as it is. This banner is also going to be featuring another highly sought after weapon, which is a 35 CP Rune Blade for Cloud. This is going to be his true 35 CP. It's going to be increasing the damage output for finishing touch. We're also going to be getting a max usage increase on finishing touch by +1, and it's also going to give Cloud a boost in small max brave up, small physical attack up, and small crit rate up to himself for 5 turns. So very, very good. We're going to have another option now to be able to use him as a launcher, so that way if you don't have Dark Knight Cecil built up and you don't have Dark Knight Cecil's 35 CP, well, this is an option for you if you guys really like using Cloud. Now, if you didn't get a chance to pull for 15 CP Organics or 15 CP Maverick, this is also another chance for you guys to pull those weapons. So my thoughts on this banner are, it's a definite pull. Very, very good. Garnet is a definite prize. She's going to be very good for our current content, and I feel like she's going to be very good all the way up until they release the level 60 Awakening. Her abilities are pretty powerful, and then just put the weapons on her and she becomes an even better unit. So great, great banner overall. Now, taking a look at the 5-star armor exchange, we already have Cloud and Zell's, but they are the synergy characters, so I just do have to mention that, you know, it's in there, and then we're going to be getting Garnets as well, so if you want to fully max limit break her 5-star 35 CP armor, this is your chance to do so with those armor tokens. Now, the boss for this is going to be the Flan Medley. So this boss starts off with no weaknesses or resistances. His chase HP value is just like most bosses, which is at 40. He has 3 different phases. So the first one is split phase, So this is when he summons 2 smaller flans. So the first one is called High Split with his ability. So he summons those flans and then he raises those 3 stats, attack speed and max brave, and he cancels his generate body buff. Now his generate body ability or buff, he grants himself brave based on his initial brave. He also raises his resistance to brave damage, and then it cancels split and high split. So this is when you take out his 2 flans is when he does this. And then he goes into his other phases called color change, where he changes his elemental weakness and resistances, and we're going to get into that soon. During this phase 2, he also has an HP attack called Molten Shot. Now the phases that you want to pay attention to are Water Weak and Fire Resist phase. So during that, he's going to be using those particular attacks. They're all going to be fire-based damage moves. 2 of them are going to be just solely brave attacks. One of them is a single target, the other one is an AoE, and then the other ones are hybrids because they both deal brave plus HP damage, but definitely watch out for the one that does AoE because it hits everybody. And then his other phase is where he's going to be weak to thunder and also going to be resisting water. Those are his attacks there. They're all going to be water based. So the first 2 ones is Splash, Splash, All, and then afterwards he has Mega Splash and Mega Splash, All. Overall, the boss will be a bit tricky. You want to pay attention to the phases, but it's not going to be too difficult considering what we're going to be currently having already available to us for the global version of the game. Now, some tips before approaching this event, before it goes live. Definitely farm up those green crystals, so that way when you unlock Garnet, you can unlock as many passives. Utilize the synergy characters if you have them built up, which is Cloud and Zell. Especially Cloud, because I know a lot of folks when this game first came out had a lot of hype for Cloud, so more than likely you're probably going to have them built up, so definitely utilize them. If you don't want to use synergy, some good examples, there are other good examples, but these are the ones that I'd like to name off. Edge, Ferris, Vincent, Lightning, and Kryl, because they do possess elements that the Flan Medley is weak to. And then summon of choice, it really depends on how you want to approach the event. But Ifrit, Ramuh, Leviathan, and Odin for single play, and then Chocobo and Sylph for co-op. So just like with any other preparation event for these videos that I do want to show you guys some gameplay from my JP side of the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at that gameplay for the upcoming Garnet event. Alrighty guys, so here we are with my JP account to showcase the upcoming Garnet event that's going to be going live for the global version of the game. Now, I do want to make you guys aware that both my Cloud and my Zell are already past level 50, so this portion of this video is gonna look easy when I showcase this, but the whole purpose of this is just to give you guys a visual. It's not to show you guys any strategies or anything like that. So I know in my last preparation video, somebody was mentioning that, why do you have those passives equipped? Of course it's gonna be easy. Well, the thing is that this is to showcase you guys a live visual of the event that's gonna be coming up. So it's kind of like, hey, let me give you guys a visual treat so that way you're not just reading text the entire time for the video. So that is the purposes of that. So this is in no way a strategic way of showing you how to beat the event. This is just a visual gameplay for you guys to watch and enjoy. That way you guys are going to be getting hyped, or hopefully hyped, before this event comes out. So we're going to be taking a character that we currently have in global as our friend unit, which is Laguna, and we're just going to go ahead and start. Now this is the level 50 version of the event, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so we're going to use Zell here. So I am taking the synergy characters, and again, you are going to see some abilities that our current characters don't have yet. again, because this is the JP version of the game. So that is her Aquamarine's Radiant Water. So she has the Water Dragon buff with Cloud. Let's see. Let's just do this. And my Zell is almost maxed out, so he's doing some crazy stuff right now, which Zell will be getting later in the global version of the game. So it's kind of a treat that you guys get to see this for those of you that haven't seen what these characters can do later on. Right, so let's take a look at Tidal Wave. So that's super cool. I really like how they changed her Brave attacks into the signature abilities of two well-known summons, which is Leviathan and Ramuh. I think that's really, really cool that they gave Garnet that ability kit. So let's take a look at Peridot's Radiant Thunder. We just want to see how it looks like. And then we're going to take a look at Judgment Bolt next turn. So I don't have Garnet's 35 CP weapon. I didn't pull it on this account, but at least we could still see that ability. So let's go ahead and use Judgment Bolt, just so we get a visual here. Nice, so that's Judgment Bolt. So very cool again that she has those abilities. I really like it. Alright, so we're gonna cross-slash this dragon. Alright, so we're gonna actually save Zell's EX for the final boss, the Flan Medley. There we go. Right, so one more wave of mobs before we face off against the Flan Medley. The Flan Medley actually reminds me a lot of the Princess Flan. If you guys don't know the Princess Flan or the Pink Puff, that was an enemy in Final Fantasy IV, but that's what it reminds me of. Very colorful enemy indeed. Alright, so he's going to start off by spewing out two cronies. We're actually going to start off by using Zell's EX. So again, something to look forward to later on for our boy Zell. So that is his different beat. Alright, we're going to go ahead and use Tidal Wave here. Let's go ahead and take out the ads. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and summon here. Some Leviathan. So he's not in any of his phases right now. It's finishing touch. Let's use Peridot's Radiant Thunder. I do have to say, Garnet's abilities are very wordy. Why couldn't they just call it Thunder Dragon and, or a Water Dragon and Thunder Emperor, which is the exact same names for her unique buffs? I think it would have been easier just to call it that. But it's cool. But yeah, I feel like it's really, really wordy, her ability names. And that is that. So that is going to be a glimpse of the gameplay for the upcoming Garnet event on the global version of the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please consider smashing that like button. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel yet and you are playing Dissidia Opera Omnia, consider subscribing too and turning on that notification bell. That way you guys are notified when I have a brand new video up. Alright guys, once again, I am 40 the Broadway Saiyan. Stay tuned for the next video and mahal everyone.